We've already talked about lost media and disturbing commercials on this channel before, but what if I told you that there are a few commercials that became lost media? Such as a lost Subway commercial featuring Rick and Morty, a missing Chuck E. Cheese commercial, and even some lost Disney Channel bumpers. So in today's video, we will be talking about commercials that became lost media. Welcome back to another video. I do want to quickly mention that I am a bit sick, so I can't talk for a long period of time. So this video is a collab video with the Wow Man. He has such an amazing channel, so don't forget to check out his channel after this video. And also don't forget to check out EARL using my link in the description below. And follow me on Instagram because I am not kidding, my high school teacher has more Instagram followers than me by a lot, so we can't let that happen. So please follow me on Instagram so I can beat my old teacher in followers. You guys probably think I'm joking, but no, I'm actually serious. I don't know how he has more followers than me, but I can't let that slide. But let's get straight into this video. Rick and Morty new Jared commercials. In 2015, Rick and Morty was a relatively new show that Subway approached Justin Roiland, the creator of Rick and Morty, to make a few commercials for Subway using the Rick and Morty characters. These commercials were titled The New Jared, on which Rick and Morty would replace Jared and become the new Jared. In case you do not know who Jared is, Jared Fogle was the spokesperson for Subway for 15 years straight and was nicknamed the Subway Guy. Justin was invited to the Pointless podcast where he talked more about these commercials.
We had a deal to do some Subway for Rick and Morty to do.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, it'd be funny if Morty's like, I'm the new Jared, I'm the new like he's like all worked up." Oh, it's like, hey Morty, look who I have in the corner over here, Morty. Oh my God, who is that? It's Jared from Subway, Morty. We're the new Jareds now, Morty. We're the new Jareds from Subway. Oh my God, we're the new Jareds. We're the new Jareds of Subway. We're the new Jareds, Morty. Like all the commercials had to do with like either Rick or Morty being like, I'm the new Jared. I'm the new Jared. And Rick like, calm down, Morty. Calm down. I'm the new Jared of Subway. Eat fresh. Eat all this stuff.
You may be thinking to yourself why these commercials never aired. After all, they were fully made and ready to go. Well, the day after Roiland sent the commercials to Subway, Jared Fogle was raided at his home where police found that Jared was in possession of CP. Because of this, Subway cut all ties with Jared, and since the Rick and Morty commercials were about Jared, they decided to scrap these commercials. It is pretty ironic how these commercials are about replacing Jared, but in reality, Jared actually got fired. So Subway might as well release these commercials since they did need a real replacement. But it does make sense why they did not use these commercials. Since these commercials have been made, where are they? In the Pointless podcast, Roiland did say that he had all the commercials in 8 different flash drives, but he lost 4 of them and doesn't know where they are. Although he still has the 4 out of the 8 flash drives, he is not allowed to leak these commercials or else he will get in serious trouble by Subway, making these Subway commercials lost media.
Hey guys, it's Wowman, so huge thank you to Morbid for Fun for having me on, and yeah, let's get into some lost media. So the first piece of lost media that I wanted to take a look at is a Blood and Guts bumper that was used in Nickelodeon. So Blood and Guts is a partially found piece of media that is assumed to be a UK animation that supposedly aired on Nickelodeon. The short is around 1 minute and 30 seconds long. However, most of what we know about this bumper is mostly just speculation. So in this short, you see 2 characters named Blood and Guts, and they enter a dungeon-looking room. In the room, Blood would do a freestyle while Guts makes a beat with his farts.
Beatbox! My name is Blood and this is Guts.
It's very childish humor, but I mean, it's Nickelodeon. This piece of lost media was found on August 6, 2018, and was posted to Vortex 360's YouTube channel. And this is the reason why Lost Media Wiki labels this piece of lost media as partially found, because it is believed that there's another Blood and Guts short that is still lost. And the only thing that people pretty much remember from this short is that it shows a chandelier.
Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater animated commercial. Chuck E. Cheese, better known as Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater in 1979, was a very popular pizza chain back in the day. One of the earliest animated commercials for Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater, which aired in 1979, is considered to be lost media. The commercial is titled The Great All-American Pizza Time Show. and it featured an animated version of Chuck E. Cheese, the chain's iconic mascot, and showcased the different attractions available at the restaurant. Despite its popularity at the time, the Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater animated commercial from 1979 is no longer available for viewing. It is believed to have been lost due to the fact that many TV networks did not archive commercials at the time. Additionally, VHS tapes and other forms of home recording technology were not widely available, making it difficult for individuals to preserve these type of commercials. There was a Chuck E. Cheese brochure from 1979 that mentions the lost commercial and confirms that it was about 30 to 60 seconds long. While the commercial itself has not been found, there are a few cells from the animation that have survived and are now considered rare collector's items. These two animation cells are owned by Damon Berland, who is the owner of Smitty's Super Service Station, which is a small private museum that collects vintage Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza memorabilia. From the looks of it, this commercial is sadly lost media forever.
So this next one is on the Disney Wand Bumpers. The Disney Wand Bumpers was a series of short bumpers that aired on the Disney Channel from the early 2000s. And I think they might still be doing it to this day, but I mean, honestly, I'm not too interested because, you know, Disney fell off after Phineas and Ferb. I mean, come on. Like, try naming one Disney Channel show from 2023, other than Amphibia. Amphibia's great, but that was like 2019. But yeah, in these bumpers, various Disney Channel stars would wave a wand and draw the Disney Channel logo, accompanied by the phrase, "You're watching Disney Channel." And while many of these bumpers were widely broadcast and are available on various online platforms, some of them have become lost media. The exact number of lost bumpers is unclear, but it is known that some of them were produced for shows that had shorter runs or were less popular, making them less likely to be preserved or uploaded online. And one reason that some of these bumpers have become lost media is that they were produced before the era of digital archiving and online streaming. And for the most part, most television programs didn't archive their programming, and physical copies may have been lost or damaged over time, which makes a lot of programming lost media. Additionally, some of the bumpers may not have only been produced in limited quantities or used for short periods of time, making them even harder to find. So now there are a lot of Disney Channel lost bumpers, but I'm not going to be going over all of them because there's just way too many. If you want an idea of how many there actually are, just go to the Lost Media Wiki and scroll down the long list of Disney indent bumpers that have become lost. But a few that I want to dive in today are two missing bumpers featuring Miley Cyrus promoting the Hannah Montana show and the Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus Best of Both Worlds concert movie, which is just gone now, which is crazy. There's also a missing Disney indent bunter featuring Olaf from Frozen, which I feel like I probably saw as a kid. I think I have like a vague memory of that. But on top of that, every star from High School Musical 1 has their Disney indents just completely lost, which is pretty crazy to think about considering that that movie was such a big thing at the time. Nonetheless, all of their bumpers of them drawing the Disney Channel logo are just completely gone. But there are bumpers of them from the High School Musical sequels, so there's that. And finally, there's a partially found Disney indent bumper with the Jonas Brothers. But the reason that it's considered partially found is because the only footage of it online is a camcorder clip of a TV screen. And to be considered found, it needs to be found in its raw form and in high quality. Like I said, there's tons of more missing Disney indent bumpers, but I can't cover them all in this video.
McDonald's Japan commercial. McDonald's opened its first location in Japan in 1971. And soon began producing commercials exclusively for the Japanese market. While some of these commercials have been preserved and can be found online, many of the earlier commercials produced before 1975 are considered lost media. Main reason why these earlier McDonald's commercials may have been lost is that the technology for archiving and preserving television commercials was not as advanced as it is today. Additionally, the commercials were likely only meant to be broadcast for a short period of time, making them less likely to be preserved or saved for future viewing. One of the only pre-1975 Japanese McDonald's commercials that has been found was posted to YouTube in 2021 by The Blue Fortune, and in the description they credit Nancy Phillip for finding this commercial. This commercial just shows Ronald McDonald showing off some cups.
So in this next one, we're going to be covering the Tyler the Creator Mountain Dew commercials. So if you're a big Tyler fan, you probably know about these already. In 2013, Mountain Dew released a series of commercials directed by Tyler, featuring a character named Felicia the Goat. The 3 commercials show Felicia in different scenarios, including causing a scene at a restaurant by assaulting a waitress, being pulled over by the police, and receiving a Dew UI. And finally, a commercial showing Felicia the Goat in a police lineup. So these first 2 commercials were received pretty well. I mean, Dew UI, it's pretty funny. Sure, they all had very edgy shock value in them when it came to Felicia actually beating up a waitress for Mountain Dew, but in 2013, shock value was at its peak in mainstream, and so people kind of just let this slide. However, controversy sparked after the 3rd commercial aired, which some people have even labeled the most racist commercial of all time. In this commercial, we can see the waitress that was beat up by Felicia in the restaurant and has to choose someone from the police lineup. In the police lineup, we see 3 black men and Felicia. We can also see Felicia taunting the emotionally distressed waitress, saying, "You'll never catch me." And another racist aspect of this commercial was the fact that the police officer holding a Mountain Dew tells the waitress to just pick someone and that she should just point to the man with a do-rag, which wasn't even the person who committed the crime. The commercials were subsequently pulled off the air right away, but they aren't considered to be lost media. But people do speculate that there is a 4th commercial featuring Felicia the Goat, but the commercial was obviously never released because of the backlash from this 3rd commercial. And the reason people were speculating this is because in an interview with Billboard, they did ask Tyler the Creator's manager, Christian Clancy, if there's a 4th commercial to this, but Clancy just referred that question to Mountain Dew instead. So we don't know if this supposed 4th commercial even exists. But going back to that controversial 3rd commercial, Mountain Dew kind of issued an apology. On Twitter, they just went on to say that, "Hey guys, made a big mistake. We've removed the offensive video from all our channels. #fail." 2013, man.
SpongeBob Got Milk commercial. The Lost SpongeBob Got Milk commercial featured SpongeBob and Patrick attempting to enjoy a glass of chocolate milk. But SpongeBob was having difficulty drinking the milk because he is a sponge and was instead absorbing the milk. The commercial ends with the famous "Got Milk" slogan displayed on the screen. The commercial originally aired in 2001 as a part of a promotional campaign by the California Milk Processor Board. This commercial was considered to be lost media for many years until it was found and posted up to YouTube in October of 2022 by the Toon archivist.
Hey, Patrick, how about a glass of delicious, creamy chocolate milk?
Oh, yummy! I love chocolate milk!
And it's good for you.
Chocolate milk. You can absorb it for yourself. Got chocolate milk?
Alright, so this next one is about Cartoon Network Response. Between 1997 and 1998, Cartoon Network aired a series of themed bumpers, and one of these was called Cartoon Network Response, which featured supposed letters and emails from fans. The letters were often answered in a very cynical and mocking manner, sometimes even poking fun at the cartoons themselves. These bumpers were aired from early 1997 until June 1998, and many were produced, but not all of them have been found. Currently, 13 out of 20 bumpers have been found, while 7 do remain missing, and 3 of them are just completely unknown as to what they even were. This does make them partially found lost media, because some of these bumpers can still be found on YouTube.
High Noon Toons Cartoon Network bumpers. High Noon Toons was a programming block that aired on Cartoon Network between 1994 and 1996. The show was hosted by Matt Thompson and Adam Reed, who used cowboy hand puppets named Hoss and Lil Joe to present the block. Each episode of the block had a special theme such as Quick Draw McGraw Pure Mustang. Hoss and Lil Joe also hosted other Cartoon Network events including Spring Break 95 and the Hoss Haunted House Party in October of 1995. Unfortunately, very few of these High Noon Toons can be found online, with only a few promos of the Quick Draw McGraw episode being available on YouTube. However, in 2019, a significant number of these bumpers of the High Noon Toons were found by a YouTube user called B. Dauber's Archive. All of these bumpers have been now archived and you can now view them on YouTube, but there is a very few of them that are still lost media.
Alright, so this last one is Fake Doomsday Lost Filipino PSA. The Fake Doomsday or Hoax Doomsday is a lost public service announcement or PSA from the Philippines with an unknown creator and purpose. The ad starts with the word rapture and a date is displayed at the bottom of the screen, followed by disturbing photos from the Holocaust with bald, pale, and skinny people being dragged by their necks. Witnesses report seeing the number 666 in some photos of the people with it on their foreheads. The PSA has a somber background score and voiceover with "This is a paid advertisement" shown throughout the entire PSA. The ad only aired on IBC 13 during top 10 movie trailers of the week in the early 1990s, alongside the PCSO Sinosilla commercial. However, the true purpose of this PSA remains unknown, with some people speculating that it was meant to scare or warn viewers about the impending doomsday, while others believe that it was aimed to encourage repentance and the acceptance of Jesus Christ as a savior. Nonetheless, this was a very disturbing PSA that I can't imagine watching this as it aired. Again, huge thank you to Morbid for Fun for having me on. It was awesome. Yeah, see ya.
Grumpy Cat meowsiah commercial. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever is a holiday-themed, made-for-TV movie produced by Lifetime, which was first broadcast on November 29th, 2014. The film revolves around the popular internet meme and real-life cat named Grumpy Cat, who is known for her permanently grumpy facial expression. The movie features a meta sense of humor that references a cat's celebrity status and merchandise, as well as a cameo by Aubrey Plaza, the actress who voices Grumpy Cat. To promote the film, a series of online ad spots were created featuring Grumpy Cat and Plaza in Christmas-themed scenarios. The ads were mostly simple in nature, using the same sets and costumes, with the exception of one of them, which showed Plaza dressed up as a Virgin Mary and Grumpy Cat as baby Jesus, dubbed the Meowsiah. Get it? Meowsiah, Messiah, Meow Cat. Yeah, it's a pretty funny pun. The spots were shared on various news sites and social media platforms, where they were widely shared and even turned into GIFs. At the time of the film's release, Plaza was already well known for her role in the TV series Parks and Recreation, which added to the buzz around the project. While the ad spots generated some interest online, unfortunately, some of the videos that were embedded on the news sites have since been made private, making it lost media. Lifetime, the ones who made the movie, did release a teaser of the meowsiah onto YouTube, but later privated the video as well. Luckily, with the Wayback Machine, we could go back in time to watch the lost media meowsiah ad.
Behold, baby Grumpy, the meowsiah. She doesn't want myrrh, she wants tuna.
As you can see, only about 6,000 people saw this ad on YouTube before Lifetime decided to private the video. Also, like I've mentioned, Aubrey Plaza does voice Grumpy Cat, but I'ma be honest, her voice acting sucks garbage. Like, it's awful. It's not her fault because at the end of the day, you have to voice a monotone cat, so I could see the difficulties there. But they should have just hired Moist Critical to voice Grumpy Cat because honestly, if he did, the movie would have performed 100 times better. Also in the movie, they did not CGI Grumpy Cat at all, so whenever Grumpy Cat talks, he talks with his mouth closed, which doesn't make sense. So if there's one thing that you could take away from this video is that Lifetime makes garbage movies. And trust me, I've seen so many Lifetime movies because my mom is obsessed with that channel and I could confirm that all of their movies are garbage. And that is the end of commercials that became lost media. Big thank you to the Wow Man for making an appearance in this video because I am sick and I can't record long periods of time, so with him, he did help out with this video a lot, so shout out to him. Go subscribe to his channel, makes amazing content by the way, and also don't forget to check out EARL at earldoesn'texist.com using my link in the description below because it does help out the channel a lot. And follow me on Instagram, dude. I have to beat my old high school teacher in followers on Instagram. I have no idea how he did it, but he has more followers than me. But other than that, thank you so much for all the support. And by the way, this May, I'm gonna try to grind out many videos for you guys, hopefully once a week, so, you know, because I really do want to do weekly uploads, but it's been pretty hard because of my sickness. But even before that, I just kind of slacked, which, you know, it's my fault, but more videos in May. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.